Hey, man, Nate, man, I gotta ask you this because I've been one of those people who always defend Don King's name. I don't know how much you could talk about this or not, but I think he gets a bad rep. And could you enlighten us a little bit about how good Don King is and why he's getting a bad rep?
Well, a lot of folks don't hate me. Don gets a bad rep because he is the black guy. And when he started out, he was the only black guy. He is the only black guy in the history of boxing to never do what he's done. And Don King is, I'll be honest with you, I went into my contract with Don King expecting him to be hard. And the truth was, he wasn't. He never stole from me. He's business. Don is 100% business. And you go in there and talk, hey, man, look how we gonna do this now. And he'll talk you down through it, and everything he tells you, everything he tells you is what it's gonna be. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of folk that'll tell you about the money Don took back from them. Don stole my money. Well, you ain't telling everybody you had a $5 million fight, you borrowed $3 million, he took your $3 million back and gave you $2 at the end. Whose fault is that? They don't tell you that part. They don't tell you that you down there in Vegas telling Don wire me $100,000 and he do it. Now he take his $100,000 back. Now you mad with the world. What are they supposed to give you his $100,000? But I've also seen Don King, heard of Don King advancing a guy $2 million. The guy go out and has a great fight and win, and he don't take the $2 million back because he'll make that money with you down the road.
And that's the part they don't talk about.
They don't talk about that. DK paid me every nickel he ever promised me. Only time I didn't get paid when Joanne Guzman didn't fight, and there was no law in the state that said he had to pay me. I was mad with Don because I had a $343,000 house I was going to buy. $340,000 house. I done gave people $25,000 to earn this money, and I'm thinking to myself, I need an emergency money. I need this money, but that wasn't my money. I didn't fight, and by law, he didn't have to pay me. So why would he pay me? If you don't have to give me something, would you give it to me?
No.
Especially when it comes to money, you're not gonna just give it. It'd be different if it was $343. It was $400. I would give you $400 if it was going, but it was $400,000 plus another 100 bands on top of it for my performance bonus.
Man, boy, you mentioned Joanne Guzman, man. You done brought back memories, man.
I used to be angry with Joanne Guzman. I'll be honest with you. Until I saw Joanne Guzman.
He working with Charlo now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, if he ever want to do an exhibition, I definitely would.
You know I can make that happen, right?
I definitely would.
You know I can make that happen, right? I can call him.
Yeah, I like Joanne Guzman.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to get in the ring with him. I knew I was gonna beat him. He wasn't big enough.
Hey, I got his number, man. You know I can make it happen. I can call him. And you know I talk that Spanish shit too.
I like Joanne. I like him now, I didn't like him then.
Yeah, he's a good man though, man. Like he's doing a lot of good.
The truth of the matter was, I wouldn't have fought me at that point. I was the best lightweight in the world, and I would tell anybody that, and I proved it. And but the cool thing was that was the most talented lightweight division in the history of boxing. That was the most talented lightweight division in the history of boxing. There was never a time when the lightweight division was as talented. You know what? I got it. Somebody send me a magazine.
All right. Yo, we got the youngins over here too, man. This guy right here, I'm telling him he need to stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? He need to quit playing. He need to stay in shape.
Now, this magazine is one of my favorite magazines, and I didn't have it. My friend Naomi from Memories in Las Vegas sent this to me, and this was my division. This was my division. Juan Marquez, Pacquiao, Catsitas, Juan Diaz, me, Joan Guzman, and Casamayor. But that's not even the crux of it all. You got to get into the who was there. You got to get into who was there. Let's go back to this. This was the 154 division. This was one of those divisions where anybody could get it.
We could pause a minute, see what he want.
Nah. How you doing, man? I think this is his brother.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's your brother, Mike? No. Huh? How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm about to go to prison, and I was just wanting to learn self-defense before I go.
When you going, man?
Like 3 months.
How long?
How long you got?
What's fun?
Huh?
What's fun?
I don't know. I don't know what your prison, but I'm going to go.
How much time you finna do, man?
Huh?
How much time you finna do?
Like 20, 30 years?
You going to Florida?
I don't know. Florida, Texas.
It's federal.
Yeah.
Come in here Monday morning. What time you get up?
Like, I can get up and eat.
Come in here Monday morning. Come in here Monday morning. We'll sit down and talk about it.
All right, for sure.
I'll start you Monday morning.
All right.
My name is Coach Nate. Let me give you my phone number. You got a phone?
Yes, sir.
He need to crash course. What we gonna do? Are you afraid to lose?
No, I haven't. Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, are you afraid to lose?
Like, I don't
A
want
fight.
Huh?
Are you afraid to lose a fight?
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's the first thing we gotta get rid of. Because guess what? What you cannot do is be afraid to lose. And I'd much rather you lose than not fight. As a pretty little boy like yourself,
I'm not really pretty.
get to them you are. And you how old are you? 19 years old, 20 years old?
22.
Come here Monday morning. You got my number. Coach, just put Coach Nate.
All right. I'll see you.
All right. See you Monday.
What time?
I'll be here 9 o'clock.
Did he say he got 20 or 30 years?
Yeah, 20 years.
Well, that's a whole life right there.
His whole life. He spent more time locked up.
Whole.
And I get guys come in like that all the time. And I teach them the crux, the basics of it.
And they just come because they want to get ready before they go in so they ain't getting their ass beat.
Well, they gonna get beat.
Oh, they going to get beat for sure.
But my thing is, if I ask that one simple question, I asked the one simple question.
Yeah.
I asked this one simple question. Are you afraid to lose?
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not afraid to lose, we'll get past everything else.
Damn.
Okay, this right here. If you check out this division, you can't tell me there was a more talented lightweight division. Even during Duran's time, it was Duran and everybody else. It wasn't like that in this division. It was Nate Campbell, Joel Casamayor, Joan Guzman, Juan Manuel Marquez, Juan Diaz, Michael Catsitas. You had, and that's just, and these are the surface guys. We're gonna have a little fun here. I'm gonna go down this the part we gotta talk about. These are the rankings from back.
Ooh, okay.
And I tell guys, y'all talk to me about this, and these are the WBO rankings. And the IBO rankings. In the IBO rankings, you had at 135, you had, it was a vacant, then they had Pacquiao at 1, me at 2, Juan Guzman, Juan Diaz, Joe Casamayor, Zaire Rahim, Julio Diaz, Aldo Rios, Jesus Chavez, former champion, Yuri Romanov, and David Diaz, former champion. Then in the WBO, I was the champion there, of course. You had Joan Guzman, Amir Khan, Anthony Peterson, Juan Diaz, Michael Catsitas, Urbano Antelan, Jorge Terran, Jose Reyes, Zaire Rahim, open that back door, and Martin Christensen. And that was just those. But then you had to get back into the guys like Castillo, Corrales.
Oh yeah.
Then at 30, you had guys coming up. You had
Yeah.
you had Francisco Lorenzo, who I had lost to. At 30. Remember what?
Paper towels.
Oh, well, you good, man.
You know what up?
Huh? Oh yeah, you go.
And you just had, hey, pretty girl, my granddaughter Dreamy, my youngest granddaughter. Then what you had was a bunch of guys. The division was just touted. You were 20, 25 deep. When you went through all of the rankings and all the belts, you was 20, 25 deep.
See, that's back then.
You
Everybody
got one
was
or two guys now.
everybody was ready to fight back then, and now this generation here,